Hey folks, Jon Hazlett here from the Ashland Fly Shop. I've got the new Sage X here in my hands, and this is it's 12-foot 6 weight, two-handed rod, part of the new X series from Sage, their new flagship series. And I've learned that the X stands for, it's the 10th major rod series that Sage has introduced in their history of building rods. So we're excited to have this. They've got a full lineup of two-handed and single-handed rods. And so let's talk a little bit about what this rod's all about. I had a chance to cast it a little bit, and we're going to do some more casting here, but what I noticed right away was how light it is and responsive, like all Sages. But what I did notice is how much response I'm getting from the bottom end of the rod. And for as quick as this rod is, it's pretty awesome to have that feel and that feedback. You know, this rod features Kinetic technology, and this is their Kinetic HD, which stands for high density, which has to do with the materials they use, how everything lines up, and think of it as Kinetic next level. The Kinetic technology was introduced originally in the 1 series, and then the Method and the Mod series. And basically what that does, it takes weight out of the rod. The rod tracks on a straighter path and has less twist, which essentially just makes you a better caster. So this is next level Kinetic technology, Kinetic HD, high density. Let's cast it and see what it's all about. Well, now we got this rod out here in the water, and you know, the more I cast it, the more I get tuned into it. And it was pretty easy to tune in right away, but I'm just getting a lot of feel. And one thing, you know, I'm a big fan of short rods. I fish a lot of 12.5 foot 6 and 7s. And one thing I think is difficult in a short rod is feel, especially when they're quicker. And I like short, quick rods. And they seem to be finicky about lines. And so I just threw a 450 on here, which is just kind of usually right in the middle for a Skagit line for a 6 weight. And it is nice. I'm getting good line speed, a little bottom hand pop, and that just flies out there. It's pretty amazing. I can't wait to fish it. I'm just doing some snap tees here, and boom. I mean, that's just easy. That's just easy. And for a 6 weight, gosh, I mean, it's got guts, but it's got feel. Let's see what it'll do here. And this is with 50-pound slick shooter. Oh yeah. I like this rod. When you can take a 6 weight and throw a laser out there with a Skagit line and sink tip at 80 feet, what more do you need out of a 6 weight? A 12-foot 6 weight, mind you. I gotta say, and this is with a full Skagit Max, so this line's over 20 feet, and the line doesn't feel too long. A lot of guys will probably want to throw a Skagit Max short on it. I prefer longer lines anyway, as far as Skagit lines, but this line feels money. Sage X, 12-foot 6 weight. Love it. So to my knowledge, this is the only Sage X that's in Southern Oregon right now, and the word has definitely gotten out. And some of our friends have been running up and down the river all day looking for the Sage X. And I think they found us. You can't have it. You can't have it.
Is it worth the hype?
Oh yeah. Yeah. So I switched lines. I've got a Scandi line on here. It's the 400, which is the longer one. as compared to the Scandi short, which is closer to 30 feet. So this is a 36-foot line at 400 grains, the old AFS taper, and the amount of line speed that this thing creates is pretty incredible. I've been casting it here for about 15 minutes, and it just jumps off this rod. Like I mentioned before, you really feel this rod load down near the handle, down on this zone, and it's pretty phenomenal. It's quick, but it's got good feel, what we'd expect from Sage, but it's always nice when it happens. This Kinetic HD technology is doing something right, and you can really feel it when you cast this thing. And before the series came out, I heard rumor that, hey, the way Jerry Seam designed this rod was so a 12-foot rod would cast more like a 12.6, and a 13-foot rod would cast more like a 13.6. And I gotta say, with this longer Scandi on this 12-foot rod, I'll tell you what, I think there's something to that, because it doesn't mind the longer Scandi one bit. Just creates a lot of line speed, good feel, the recovery is incredible, and the tracking, the line tracking and the rod tracking is just phenomenal. Just wants to go. It just wants to go. The line speed is just awesome. So we're excited about this series. They're out soon, and we're taking orders, so you can get one as soon as they're available. All right, that's it, folks. I want 10 of them.